have to rant for a minute about the adoption process and really just life in general right now. Like so much going on with our family, good and bad. But usually when you want to vent, it's about the bad. So here it is. Um, First, going through the social media resources that you have for adoption, private and um, through agencies, but there's a lot of private groups that I'm a part of that are trying to find matches with birth mothers. And so that allows you to see other people that are wanting to adopt, and whether it's them putting themselves out there like an online profile to say, hey, we're so and so and we want to adopt and so and so. So it's like putting their online profile out there, um, Facebook, for example. So you'll see all kinds of things. You'll see some that maybe remind you of you and they, you know, properly use grammar and they look like a fun loving couple, or maybe they're already a family with kids and animals and all that stuff. So, and then you'll see some that, oh, I don't even know where to start, but you also see birth mothers that are looking for an adoptive couple to adopt their baby. And you run through ones that just completely look like scam, and some that like this might be legit. Regardless, legit or not, it irks me and always has, even prior to trying to adopt, when someone says in regards to their pregnancy or the children that they have, that they were a complete surprise. No, it wasn't. Like, we all know how babies are made. Complete surprise? Come on now. Now, let's say you're told that you're infertile. You have something that's going on with your body. I don't like to say something's wrong with you because that I don't feel that way. But let's say something's going on and it's prevented you in the past from being able to become pregnant or to maintain a pregnancy. So you've had several miscarriages. There are exceptions to this miracle pregnancy. Okay? I get it if you've been told that you can't. Or even if you're trying three different methods of birth control, there is still a possibility. So, if something's going on to prevent you from being pregnant, you've never been pregnant before, or you've never been successful getting pregnant, I get it. But you've got four children already, and your youngest one's less than a year old. It's a complete surprise. No, it's not. Rant one over. So, adoption, being in this process, this journey, this roller coaster, emotional disaster at times. You learn a lot of things about yourself, and your partner learns a lot of things about themselves, and you learn a lot about each other in the process. So, one of the harder things to learn is boundaries, especially in the private adoption realm. Um, when you're communicating with a birth mother, you tread lightly and you get to a place, maybe right at the beginning, where you're like, I don't want to say anything that's going to upset them or make them change their mind, or maybe they haven't made the decision yet. And you know, people like Chrissy and I, we want to be ourselves. We want to be authentically that and not sugarcoat anything and be very realistic. Um, but you do find yourself censoring yourself so that you're like, oh, I don't want to trigger her. I don't want to say anything that's going to bother her. And you don't even know this person. Likely, you might know a little bit about them, but the most important thing that you know about this person is that they're pregnant and they are questioning whether they are going to keep this child or not. So you're like, ding, ding, ding. And you set your sights on this person or these people, and you're thinking, how can I make this happen? in an ethical, legal, good way. And that's not hard for somebody like us to think that way because we are that way. We live that way. We try to every day make the best decision for not only us, but our family. So, but you try to put yourself in the mind of the birth mother, and that's hard. One, because you don't know the person, you don't know what they're thinking. You've read this and that about other people's situations, but this one person, only they know the thoughts that they're having and their experience and all of that. So it's such a mind bleep, if you will, the whole entire thing, the whole process. Communication with the birth mother, communication with a social worker. And I do have to say, she's very transparent. There's not really any mind messery going on there with her. Um, but it alters, especially someone like me, an overthinker. It messes with that even more because you're like thinking of the psychological part of it. You're thinking of the scenarios that haven't even happened yet. You're going through all of those and it's exhausting. The process of adoption is exhausting. And I'll probably just do another video for the rest of the rants because this is already almost 7 minutes. So thanks for listening.